Hey, 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 English learners! Welcome back to Speak with Joey and Phoebe, your English speaking podcast, where we practice real English for real life, one simple conversation at a time.
And I am Joey, already a little nervous because Phoebe looks like she has a question for me.
I do, Joey. Today, I have one simple question for you.
Oh no, when you say one simple question, it usually means my brain is about to work very hard.
So, Joey, what did you do yesterday?
Oh no, that question sounds easy, but somehow my brain just opened a blank page.
Perfect, because today I am becoming a past tense detective, and we are going to find out what really happened yesterday.
A past tense detective? Okay, that sounds serious. Should I be worried?
Only a little. I will ask simple questions, and you will answer with past tense, like I went, I watched, I cleaned, I met, and I forgot.
Honestly, I forgot might be the most useful past tense phrase in my life.
That is exactly why today's lesson is useful. We are not learning past tense from a boring grammar table. We are learning it through real conversation.
Good, because I do not want to memorize 100 verbs today. I want to say normal things, like I watched a movie, I cleaned my room, or I forgot my keys.
Exactly. Past tense helps us talk about things that already happened. Yesterday, last night, last weekend, or even this morning.
Great. So if someone asks, "What did you do yesterday?" I can finally answer without looking scared.
That is the goal. By the end of this lesson, learners will understand how to talk about past actions, past feelings, and simple everyday stories in English.
Perfect. And if my story becomes embarrassing, we will just call it useful English practice.
Deal. So let's start the past tense detective case with one simple question. When did your day start yesterday?
Yesterday, my day started at 7 o'clock, but honestly, my brain did not fully start until much later.
That is already useful. You said, my day started, because the action happened in the past.
Right, and started is easy because we just add ed to the verb start.
Exactly. Many past tense verbs are simple like that. Start becomes started, watch becomes watched, clean becomes cleaned, and cook becomes cooked.
I like those verbs. They feel friendly, predictable, and not like they are trying to trick me.
Yes, regular verbs are usually friendly, but English also has irregular verbs, and those need more attention.
Irregular verbs. The verbs that wake up and choose chaos.
A little bit, yes. For example, go becomes went, eat becomes ate, make becomes made, and see becomes saw.
So I should not say I goed to the kitchen yesterday?
Correct. Say, I went to the kitchen yesterday, because went is the past form of go.
Okay, that is useful because I went to the kitchen many times yesterday.
Interesting. And what did you do in the kitchen?
I opened the fridge, looked inside, closed the fridge, and then walked away with no food.
Joey, that is not a snack. That is a fridge visit.
Exactly. Yesterday, I visited the fridge like it was a museum.
That sentence is funny, but it also uses past tense well. You said opened, looked, closed, and walked, and those are regular past tense verbs.
So for regular verbs, I can often add ed, like opened, looked, closed, and walked.
Yes, but remember, pronunciation can change. Looked sounds like looked, not looked, and walked sounds like walked, not walked.
Good point. So the spelling has ed, but the sound is shorter.
Exactly. Learners do not need to worry about every pronunciation rule today, but they should notice that ed does not always sound the same.
That helps. because sometimes English spelling says one thing and English sound says another thing.
Very true. Now, let's continue the case. After your fridge visit, what happened next?
After that, I made coffee, but I forgot to put coffee in the cup, so I basically made hot water with confidence.
Hot water with confidence is a very Joey sentence. But the past tense is good. You said made and forgot.
And both are irregular, right? Make becomes made, and forget becomes forgot.
Exactly. Those verbs are very common, so learners will hear them often in daily conversation.
So I can say, I made breakfast, I made coffee, I made a mistake, or I made a plan.
Perfect. Made is very useful because we use it with food, drinks, mistakes, plans, decisions, and many everyday things.
I like that. Yesterday, I made coffee, made a mistake, and made myself slightly disappointed.
That is a very complete past tense story.
Thank you. It was not a successful morning, but it was grammatically useful.
Now, let's look at the question I asked you. I said, what did you do in the kitchen?
Yes, and I noticed you used did in the question.
Exactly. In past tense questions, we often use did, and after did, the main verb usually stays simple.
So we ask, what did you do, not what did you did?
Correct. Say, what did you do yesterday? Where did you go? What did you eat? And who did you meet?
That is very useful because the question uses did, but the verb after it stays in the simple form.
Exactly. You can think of did as the word that already shows the past in the question.
Okay, so if someone asks, what did you eat yesterday? I answer, I ate pasta, not I eat pasta.
Perfect. The question has did, and the answer uses the past verb, like ate, went, watched, or met.
I like that. It feels like the question and answer have different jobs.
Yes, that is a good way to say it. The question uses did, and the answer tells the past action.
So, Phoebe, ask me another detective question.
What did you do after your very confident hot water?
After that, I checked my phone, saw 3 messages, and immediately felt like I needed a longer morning.
Good. You used checked, saw, and felt, and those verbs help tell a small story.
Checked is regular, but saw and felt are irregular.
Exactly. See becomes saw, and feel becomes felt.
So I can say, I saw a message, I saw my friend, I saw a movie, or I saw something strange.
Yes, and you can use felt to talk about past feelings, like I felt tired, I felt nervous, or I felt happy.
That is useful because past tense is not only about actions, it can also talk about feelings.
Exactly. If someone asks, how was your day? You can say, it was good, but I felt tired in the morning.
I like, how was your day? Because people ask that a lot in real life.
Yes, how was your day means tell me about your day after it happened.
And I can answer, it was busy, it was nice, it was tiring, or it was a little stressful.
Perfect. It was is one of the most useful past tense phrases in English.
So if someone asks, how was the movie? I can say, it was funny.
Yes, and if someone asks, how was your weekend? You can say, it was relaxing, or it was very busy.
That feels natural. I do not need a long answer every time.
Exactly. A short answer is often enough, and then you can add one more detail if you want.
So I can say, my weekend was nice. I stayed home and watched a movie.
Perfect. That answer sounds natural because it gives the feeling first, then one simple detail.
I stayed home is a useful phrase too, right?
Very useful. Use I stayed home when you did not go out.
So if my weekend was quiet, I can say, I stayed home, watched TV, and rested.
Exactly. And rested is regular because rest becomes rested.
I love a verb that behaves.
We all do, Joey.
But what about negative sentences? What if I did not go anywhere?
Great question. For negative past tense, we often use did not, or the short form didn't.
So I can say, I didn't go out yesterday.
Correct. And after didn't, we use the simple verb. Say, I didn't go, I didn't eat, I didn't watch, and I didn't meet.
So not I didn't went?
Correct. Do not say, I didn't went. Say, I didn't go.
That is important. Didn't already shows the past, so the verb stays simple.
Exactly. This is the same idea as questions with did.
So I can say, I didn't go to the gym, I didn't cook dinner, and I didn't answer the message.
Perfect. Those are natural past tense sentences.
That sounds like my real life, especially the gym part.
We are not judging your gym story today, Joey. We are only using it for English.
Thank you. My gym story needs privacy.
Now, let's talk about time words, because past tense often comes with words like yesterday, last night, last week, and this morning.
I like time words because they tell the listener when the story happened.
Exactly. You can say, yesterday I watched a movie, last night I cooked dinner, last weekend I visited my family, or this morning I woke up late.
Wait, this morning can be past tense?
Yes, if the morning is already finished, or if you are talking about an earlier time today.
So if it is evening now, I can say, this morning I woke up late.
Exactly. This morning can be past if that part of the day already happened.
That is useful because many stories start with this morning.
Yes, and another useful phrase is a few minutes ago.
Oh, like a few minutes ago, I forgot what I was saying.
That is a very believable example.
It is also very useful English.
Yes, a few minutes ago means a short time before now.
So I can say, I sent the email a few minutes ago, or I saw him a few minutes ago.
Perfect. And for longer time, you can say 2 days ago, 3 weeks ago, or a year ago.
So ago means before now.
Exactly. It is very useful for past tense conversation.
Okay, Detective Phoebe, I think I am understanding the case.
Good. Then let's build a normal past tense answer to the question, what did you do yesterday?
I can say, yesterday I woke up at 7, made coffee, checked my phone, worked for a few hours, and watched a movie at night.
Excellent. That sounds like a real answer because it uses simple actions in order.
And if I want to make it more natural, I can add a feeling, like it was a busy day, but it was good.
Exactly. A strong, everyday answer often has 3 parts: time, action, and feeling.
Time, action, and feeling. That is easy to remember.
For example, last weekend, I visited my sister. We cooked dinner together, and it was really nice.
That sounds like a normal conversation answer, not a grammar exercise.
Exactly. That is what we want. We are using grammar to tell small, real stories.
I think that is the key. Past tense is not only grammar, it is how we tell people what happened.
Yes. When you talk about yesterday, last weekend, your childhood, your last trip, or your last mistake, you need past tense.
My last mistake? That could be a long video.
Maybe one day, but today we will keep it simple.
Good idea. Let's keep my full mistake history private.
Now, let's talk about another common question. Did you have a good day?
That one is useful because people ask it at home, at work, or with friends.
Yes. You can answer, yes, I did. It was a good day.
Or not really. It was a little stressful.
Exactly. Not really is a soft way to say no.
I like that because it sounds honest, but not too negative.
Yes, And then you can add one reason, like I had a lot of work or I felt tired.
So I can say, not really. It was a little stressful because I had many things to do.
Perfect. That answer is clear, natural, and not too difficult.
What about I had a good time? I hear that phrase a lot.
Great phrase. I had a good time means you enjoyed the experience.
So after a party, I can say, I had a good time.
Yes, and after a class, a trip, a dinner, or a meeting with friends, you can say, I had a good time.
And if it was not good?
It was okay, or honestly, it was not my favorite.
Oh, it was not my favorite. Sounds softer than saying it was bad.
Exactly. It is a polite way to say you did not enjoy something very much.
That is useful. English needs soft phrases because real life needs soft answers.
Very true. Now, let's recap the useful past tense phrases from today.
We learned, what did you do yesterday?
We learned, I went, I watched, I cooked, I met, I saw, I made, and I forgot.
We learned that after did and didn't, we use the simple verb, like did you go or I didn't go.
We learned time words like yesterday, last night, last weekend, this morning, and a few minutes ago.
We learned how to answer, how was your day? With sentences like, it was busy, it was nice, or it was a little stressful.
And we learned that a natural past tense answer can include time, action, and feeling.
For example, yesterday I worked, watched a movie, and felt very tired by the end of the day.
Perfect. That is a simple past tense story.
Learners, your task today is simple. Write one past tense sentence in the comments.
You can start with, yesterday I...
For example, yesterday I watched a movie. Yesterday I cooked dinner. Or yesterday I stayed home.
Keep it simple. One clear past tense sentence is enough.
And if you want to add more, tell us how it felt. Was it fun, busy, relaxing, or stressful?
If this lesson helped you, please like this video and subscribe to Speak with Joey and Phoebe.
It really helps more English learners find us, and it helps us keep creating simple lessons like this for you.
Come back for day 15 of your 30-day English speaking challenge.
Yes, and next time, we will keep learning real English through simple conversations.
See you in the next lesson, everyone.
Keep speaking, keep learning. And remember, yesterday is finished, but you can still talk about it in English.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.